Hey, Amy, how are you? Good to see you, Amy. Can you hear me? How are you? Can you hear me talking? If you can hear me, just give me a thumbs up. You can hear me good. Good. How are you? West Country, how you doing? Good to see everybody. Hope you're all having a great day. Great day. We have a new game. I was gonna do another game earlier, but I went and found Trivia Pursuit Family Edition, and I thought you guys might like it. Hey, ladies. Peter, how are you? Good to see you all. Very good to see you guys and ladies. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Ripple, Princess, how are you? Good to see everyone. NPP, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see everyone. So we have Trivial Pursuit Family Edition. And we're going to do a Bazoozle. Oh, NPP, I'm sorry to hear that. Everybody, prayers to NPP. She's sick and in bed. We all know that's not fun. All right, look at everybody that got it. Heavenly Paws got it. Mainly Off Grid. Lindat got it. Oh, Linda K. Linda K. Kage got it. And Wigglebutts is here. Where's Spook? Hey, Wigglebutts, how are you? Good to see you. Oh, and Beto got it too. Great, guys. Look at everybody that got the memberships. Yes, prayers for her. Those are the gifted memberships. And with those memberships, you guys are able to use the emojis. Oh, yeah. All right, so we got some Trivial Pursuit today, everyone. And thank you, everybody, for any thumbs up. Don't forget to do the thumbs up if you don't mind. We appreciate it. It helps us get out there in the YouTube world. Thank you, NPP, for putting in those emojis. And Lady, thank you for putting in those emojis. Appreciate you all. We all know what it's like to feel sick. It's terrible. Wigglebutt says, doing really well. Sorry, been super busy. Been trying to work on opening my new business. Great. You're opening a new business. That's wonderful. So happy for you. That's okay. I know it's very hard to get to everybody's channels. I get it. Never have to say sorry to me. Peter says, how is everyone doing today? We for a lot of people who don't know, we put out our own coloring book. So Nature Dog Realms has their own coloring book, and we have a website now. So for anyone who wants to purchase it or check it out, you can go onto our website. Our website is www.naturedogrealms.com. And we wanted a website to get out there because we're probably going to be doing quite a bit of stuff from that website. Everybody's saying hi to Peter and saying hi to each other. That's great. That is right, Amy. We artists mean so much to this world. We are special. That is so true. Lady says, oh, nice. I'll check that out. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was something that we wanted to do, bring into the new year, is to have our own coloring book. And it is based around Colorado wildlife. And the name of the coloring book is Nature Dog Realms. You'll see a lot of short videos, some AI short videos that will show that in there. And right now, though, this week, our short videos, as some of you might know, is Khaleesi and Tristan's podcast. Something these two have been doing in the background. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, NPP. Lady says, I love coloring, especially the stress ones. Yes, and this is a Mandela coloring book. And I do know that there are other people on YouTube that like Mandela. And kids can use it too. You might see a lot of adults using the Mandela coloring books. Right now I'm doing a mechanical butterfly, which is it's pretty fun. It's nice and relaxing. Hey Carl, how are you, buddy? Good to see you, Carl. All right, guys, so we have Trivial Pursuit Family Edition. So it says adults and children, yet it doesn't say it on the cards. Like these are adults and these are children. They just have this little blue case. Great, Carl, that's really good news. That's awesome. Hold on, guys. Just 1 second. Very happy for Carl. We're gonna pin Carl, and you guys can check him out. If you haven't seen Carl, I'm just gonna put his link here. It's right there, and I'm gonna pin it. Get Carl up there and help him in this YouTube land, right, guys? Oh, wonderful, Wiggle Butts. West Country is saying hi to Carl. Lady says, hey there, Carl. Carl says, thanks, everyone. Yeah, it's all about growing, right? We want to see people grow and not go. And spread kindness. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask some questions. And you just put your trivia answer in. That's it. You put the answer in. And they don't look like they're that hard, the ones that I'm going to be asking you. Really, Amy? Well, you know what, Amy? It happens. It happens to all of us. Hey, Larry, how are you? Good to see you. It happens to all of us. We'll get some subscribers, and then we'll lose some subscribers. Zerumpel, how are you? It's just the way it goes. It's the way it goes. There's a lot of things that go on YouTube, and you're just like, just don't let it get you affect. Don't let it. The biggest thing with YouTube, just don't let the things affect you, guys. Just don't. And you'll be fine. Yeah, Wigglebutt says, mine fluctuates to it. All of us. We all fluctuate. Larry says, I love those shorts. You like those shorts of Khaleesi and Tristan podcast, the Nature Dog Realms podcast? These two are a piece of work. Hey, Zerumpel, how are you? Okay, so we're going to get this game going. And thanks again, everybody, for coming in. So, like I said before, and I'm going to say it again, this is called Trivial Pursuit Family Edition. Peter says, Chris, you know the short videos you made. How does it work? Oh, the one with Tristan and Khaleesi is funny. There is a thing, there's an AI thing through Shorts that you're able to do that. Now, a little secret, I did create the images. Okay, Zerumpel, people are asking questions, okay? Let's practice some patience. I'm answering some questions.
ChatGPT generated the picture. So I went in, I put a description in, and it generates the picture. Then I take the picture and I use the picture on YouTube. There's a certain section in the YouTube Shorts that you can do that. And it goes the same with the ones where you see me running or hanging from a plane and doing things like that. So it's not that hard to do. It's fun. And I have a good time doing it. And that's the most important thing, right? Okay, so let's get this game started. Some people want to get going with the game. All right, so here we go. Clint Eastwood was once mayor of a town in California. Is that true or is it false? Is it true or false? You tell me. Hey, Berry Berry. Berry Berry says true. Zeruppel says best of luck, everyone. Larry says false. Sophia Pie, how are you? Larry says false. Berry Berry says hello, Chris. Hello, Berry Berry. Good to see you. Peter says, before the next story, I'm going to give another 2 or 3 months before I do it so you can keep on track. Thank you. Amy says, I have no idea. You can just put whatever you think. Sophie says, goody. Larry says, okay, it's true. Peter says, it's true. Well, Peter's saying true also. All right, guys, are you ready for the answer? Are you ready for the answer? Are you ready for the answer? The answer is true. He was the mayor. He was the mayor of Carmel. He was the mayor of Carmel. So Clint Eastwood was once the mayor of a town in California, and the town was called Carmel. Interesting, huh? That's really interesting. Way to go, Clint Eastwood. And BB says it's definitely true. Yeah, what's with these actors wanting to get into doing stuff like this? Why do they want to become mayors? Mayors, politicians, they all want to become something, right? Acting, I guess, isn't enough. All right, so here's the next one. Let's see. Okay, here's the next one. Here's for our music lovers. A lot of you in here are music lovers, right? I know you are. I know a lot of you like music. And PP says, I actually found out something interesting about Clint that appears in a future video about Point Red. Really? And PP says, hi, Berry Berry. Interesting. All right, guys, here we go. What did Jimi Hendrix do to his guitar at the end of his performance in the 1968 documentary Monterey Pop? What did he do? Berry Berry says, go ahead, make my day. Larry says, Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor of California. Him too. So Rumpel says, I mean, Steven Seagal was a bounty hunter of sorts for some time. Was he? Berry Berry says, break it. Texas Donkey. Hey, Texas Donkey, how you doing? Texas Donkey says, hey, guys. Oh, yeah. What did Jimi Hendrix do to his guitar at the end of the performance in 1969 documentary Monterey Pop? Does anybody know what he did? Texas Donkey says, Arnold was a nut. Sometimes people just got to stick with what they're good at. Right? If you're good at acting, just stay acting. I know they want to try other things. I get it. We all like to try other things, right? Texas Donkey says, broke it. He did something else. He did something else, guys, believe it or not. Larry says, ABS, a sheriff or chef of chief of police. Who? ABS. Texas Donkey says, I should have been his maid. Larry says Steven Seagal. Berry says, burn it. Oh, yeah. Berry got it. He set it on fire, guys. That's what he did. So Rumpel says, Arnold says, Eber body. I don't know what you're saying. Larry says, mistyped. Oh, that's okay. NPP says, did he burn it? Yes, it says he burned it. He burned it. He set it on fire. That's what he did. He set it on fire. It got people's attention, right? Okay, let's see. Let's see about this next one. Okay, here's another one for you guys. I kind of think this might be kids. This is feeling like the kids one. So for everyone that came in, this is called Trivial Pursuit Family Edition. So I went over to the thrift store today because I need to get something from there. And so I got in there and I was like, I want to be able to do Pictionary again, but I can't find my pen. They had another Pictionary game in there. So I grabbed it for $2, I think $2.50. I grabbed it. So now I have 2 pens. It came with 2 pens inside. So this weekend, we're going to do Pictionary. Broke it and burned it, says Berry. And PP says, I recall saying that. So Rumpel says, that's everybody get down in Arnold's accent. I don't think I can do Arnold. I don't think I can do his accent. And PP says, get to the chopper. Get to the, no, I can't do him. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Berry says, I miss thrift stores. All the ones in my area closed down. I love thrift stores. I've been going to thrift stores forever. I love them. I have at times found clothes with the what do you call it, tags on them. Amy says, Nature, I've been so frustrated today. Well, what's going on? Why are you frustrated? And PP says, we talk Arnold all the time at work. You do? Texas Donkey says, wow, Barry, Houston has a ton. Yeah, we have a lot out here too. A lot of thrifting. A lot of thrift stores. Okay, so we have got, here's another one for you guys. For all of you who like to ride bicycles. If you like to ride bicycles, you're going to like this one. Berry says, Houston is a lot bigger than my small town, Kissy Cat. In cycling, what does BMX stand for? In cycling, what does BMX stand for? Do you know what BMX stands for, guys? Zerumpel says, oh, we do Sylvester Stallone too, especially the first Rambo one. Amy says, my drawing is not coming out the way I want. Then just start over. And PP says, sorry to hear that, Barry. I like thrift stores. Oh, I love them. And I love how you took us to Texas Donkey. I like how you took us to Aldi's. I used to shop at Aldi's when I lived in the East Coast. I used to shop there all the time. I don't think they have an Aldi's out here. And PP says, sorry to hear that, Barry. I like thrift stores. Berry says, bicycle motocross. Texas Donkey saying bicycle motocross. You guys are right. Berry says, I used to have a BMX when I was a kid. Yeah, we had a BMX too. Texas Donkey said, I beat you, Berry. Texas Donkey says, love Aldi's, good dips. And PP says, all the guys in my neighborhood had BMX bikes. Yeah, everybody had a BMX bike. I think my mom, well, Santa Claus got me a pink bike, but I think it was a Huffy when I was a little kid. I think I was like maybe 4 or 5, and I think it was a Huffy. Remember Huffies? NPP, all the guys in the neighborhood had BMX bikes. Yeah. All right, so I'm switching over to the yellow one for now. Let's see what this yellow one says. All right, let's see if we got this, guys and gals. Oh, and just to let you guys know, let everybody, you had a Huffy too. Awesome. So NPP had one. Berry had one. Texas Donkey said, I had a Spirit of 76 Sears bike. There you go. We all had some pretty cool bikes. Now I want electric bike. That's what I want. I want an electric bike. I don't know, probably get one in 2 years or something. Barry says, did it fly, Kissy Cat? And PP says, I remember that bike, Texas. Texas Doggy says, mine was red, white, and blue. Yours was all American. That was an all American bike. All right, so here's the next question. I think this is probably going to be, who knows? I don't know if it's kids or parents. The cards for the kids are the yellow and the blue are for the adults. Okay, so now we're on the yellow one for the kids. Okay, let's see how we do with the kids. Texas Donkey says, very funny, Barry. It was bicentennial. So Rumpel says, I'm planning on getting a folding bike so it fits in the lift. That's a good idea. Those folding bikes, those are really good ideas. All right, I had a really nice mountain bike, but it's not here right now. It was a mountain bike from, I think it was from Italy. And it was given to me. All right, so here we go. What is the world's longest river? What is the world's longest river, guys? What is it? Do you know what the world's longest river is? Barry says, I'm requesting Arnold next live, NPP. NPP says, yeah, 1976 was a big celebration year. Texas Donkey says, I have a specialized mountain bike. Oh, nice. Barry says, the Nile. NPP says, oh, I can do that, Barry. Texas Donkey says, Serengeti. Peter says, Thams. Zarumpel says, Nile. Yes, it is the Nile, guys. Lisa says they are adorable. Oh, Lisa, you're so sweet. How are your doggies, Lisa? And how are you? So the answer is the Nile. For those that said Nile, good job. Very good. Nile. All right, we talked about this on a live, so I know you're all going to get it. Bum, 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 bum. I know you're all going to get this one. If you don't get it, then I don't know where you've been living. Okay. Which dance was made famous by Michael Jackson? The moonwalk, the twist, or the monkey? And PP says, I wasn't paying attention to the question. Barry says, go sit on a chair in the corner, NPP. Barry says, moonwalkin'. Zarumpel says, moonwalk. NPP says, moonwalk. Texas Donkey says, moonwalk. Peter says, moonwalk. How did you guys know? Zarumpel says, sun crawl. Lisa says, moonwalk. How did you guys know that? Come on. The twist or the monkey? What the heck is the monkey dance? I don't know what the monkey dance is. You know, you're all right. You're all right. Barry says he can moonwalk. That is great. I think all of us can moonwalk to some degree or the other. Some of us are a little off kilter, though. And PP says, my son can moonwalk really good. Really? Texas Donkey says, MTV videos. Remember them, guys? Barry says, the funky monkey? The funky monkey. I gotta look this up. What the heck is the funky monkey? The funky monkey dance. How do I not know this? Really? That's it? I'm watching this guy do it. Well, I can understand why that's called the funky monkey. It's so silly. Hey, Variety, how you doing? Viper, how are you? I can do yee like MJ. Barry Barry saying video killed the radio star. Remember that song? I love that song. And PP says he used to do MJ dance routine for shows and parties. Variety says, hey Nature Dog and Khaleesi and Tristan, how you doing? Viper says it's the Funky Gibbon, actually. That's what it's called? Variety is putting in the doggies. Thank you. And PP says, I can do that. Texas Doggy says, nice, nice NPP. Viper says, hey everyone. Variety says NPP. Texas Doggy says, the swim is silly. Remember the swim? Stats, how are you, Stats? NPP says, hi Variety. So Rumple says, national. All right. So let's see about this next one. Oh, Let me try this one. What is the fewest number of people that can be in a three-legged race? 3, 4, or 5? What is the fewest number of people that can be in a three-legged race? 3, 4, or 5? Barry. Wait, NPP is saying Video Killed the Radio Star was the first video played on MTV. Great song, and I love that video. Barry says 3, Stat says 3, Texas Donkey says 3, NPP says thank you, Barry. What is the fewest number of people that can be in a three-legged race? 3, 4, 5. So listen, which is the fewest number of people that can be in a three-legged race? 3, 4, or 5? Do 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 da dee da do da da dee da da da. Barry says yes, that is the name of the group, the Bugles, that sing Video Killed the Radio Store in my mind and in my core. Texas Donkey says, our neighborhood was the first in my town to have cable. Lots of kids came over to watch MTV. I loved watching MTV. You know, just the other day I was sitting there and I was going, I really miss that time. I liked it, guys. I liked it before we had computers. I liked it before we had cell phones. I liked it. As I get older, I long for those days again. Lisa says 3. Stat says, well, if not connected in groups of 3, you can have many. Texas Donkey says, it was Zen time. It was a great time. NPP says, we used to go to friends' houses to watch too, Texas. Yes, we did. We used to go to our friends' home. We used to go out all the time. We used to be outside constantly. The only time I would ever watch TV is I might come home from school, and if I didn't have something to do, I might watch a soap opera with my mom. And then it was outside, and come home, do your homework, or eat your dinner, do your homework, and then get ready for bed, maybe watch one show with the family, and then that's it, off to school the next day, right? Weekends, maybe watch a little MTV at night after you're done playing all day outside. It was great. All About Menace, how are you? Hello, NDR. Love you guys. I'm out running again today. Enjoy your run. Stats, thank you for that floating heart. I appreciate that. Texas Donkey says, Princess. Texas Donkey says, we used to drive in high school. Yeah, we used to drive. I learned how to drive on a stick shift. But the day that I got my license, I was driving a van. The first day I got my license, I was driving a van because we had a van. So Rumple says, All About Men says, hey, hey, you missed my comment. No, I just read your comment. If that was it, what I just said, that you got to go run around, that's okay. That's okay. We got it. Glad you came in. Barry says, stats spelled backwards is race car. What? Texas Donkey says, our neighborhood was the first in my town to have. Okay. Lisa saying 3. Stat says, well, Texas Donkey. NPP says, we used to go to a friend's house to watch 2. Texas. All about, hello, NDR. Love you guys. I'm out running. Okay. I read all that. Where am I? Where am I? Zarumpel says, watching 3 Stooges. Texas Donkey says, happy days with Laverne and Shirley. Yeah. Zarumpel says, or I dream of Jeannie. Oh, those were so good times. All About Menace says, MB, it's okay. NPP says, the TV would shut down at midnight with the American flag. I think they need to do that again. They need to do it again. I love that. You don't get tempted to if you wake up at night, you're not tempted to look at that phone thing. And I'm not a fan of these phones. I'm not a fan of the phones. I liked having a phone on a wall. I liked pay phones. I'm all about that stuff. This having this phone and having the computers and stuff like that isn't really my thing too much anymore. NPP says the TV. Yes, it was so great. Big Al has been a member of the NDR Hiking Pups for 2 months. Thank you, my friend. Good to see you, Big Al. Barry says, I want to go back and do it all over, but I can't go back. I know, right? Such a good song. All About Menace says, tee. Texas Donkey says, Princess, that's right. Hey, Must, how are you? Good to see you. Peter says, hi, Barry. Coffee Cake. Good to see you, Coffee Cake. Coffee Cake is laughing. Must says, everyone with a heart. Texas Donkey says, Taco Cat spelled backwards is Taco Cat. Barry says, remember the guy that showed the stars before the TV shut off? No, I don't. Barry says, hello, Peter. Texas Donkey says, no, I watch Menix at night. I don't even know what that is. NPP says, I'm not sure, Barry. Just One Sue, how are you? Barry says, hello, Just One Sue. Just One Sue says, Coffee Cake. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Just One Sue says, Peter, Coffee Cake is putting in the coffee. Thank you. Coffee time. Coffee time. All right. Well, we never discussed the answer, guys. The answer is 4. It's 4. What is the fewest number of people that can be in a 3-legged race? 3, 4, 5. The answer is 4, guys. It's 4. Interesting. And everybody, if you want to drop your links, please let everybody know. Are you going live tonight? Are you going live in an hour? Are you going live today at all? Tomorrow, this week, this weekend? Let everybody know so we can keep up with you guys and check out your channels. All right? Let's see. Barry said, I misspelled 4. That's okay. All right, let's see. Here we go. What form of life is not found on Antarctica? Insects, birds, or reptiles? What form of life is not found on Antarctica? Insects, birds, or reptiles? What cannot be found on Antarctica, everyone? Barry saying, Jack Horkheimer, the star. I would never have remembered him. Barry says reptiles. Just One Sue says insects. NPP says reptiles. Texas Donkey says reptiles. Barry says insects. Peter says insects. Barry says birds. Barry's changing his answer every single time. The stat says snakes. What do you think it is? What form of life is not found on Antarctica? Barry says, just say all 3 and you won't be wrong. Zarumpel says, I would guess reptiles because they can't regulate body temperature. Anybody who said reptiles, you are correct. You are correct. That is so true. It is. It is, guys. It is. Just One Sue saying hi to Stats. Stats says, hiya, Just One Sue. Good to see you. Okay, so let's go to the next. I have a I'm studying another language, and I have a little thing that comes up to remind me that I have to study my language that day. And it's a wise guy. It's a little wise guy. It goes, "Hey, what is your problem, Chris? You need to get on your studying." That's how it talks to me. Barry says, "I second guess myself." Stat says, Barry and laughing. I'm a super. How are you? Catch, should I like and you can do it if you want. That's up to you. Just keep it friendly and nice. That's all we ask, okay? Because everybody else is doing that. And that's how we roll. All right, so here we go. Stat says, what language? I want to learn Spanish. Well, I studied Spanish last year. I've taken Spanish for 4 years and I'm not good at it at all. I'm trying to learn German. I always wanted to learn German. I have a friend who's German, and I wanted to learn it. So I'm very good at the tests. Very good at the tests, and I'm terrible talking it. Super says depends. I'm Chinese. Stat says Super Straight is a great channel. Oh, good. Texas Donkey says Schnitzel. Oh, like I said, I'm very good at taking the test. That doesn't mean I'm good at understanding. I've always been really good at taking language tests. Barry says, what insect survives Antarctica? It must be Alabama mosquito. Maybe it is an Alabama mosquito. Mosquitoes seem to live in everything. Peter says, I've got time for one more before I go, Chris. Thanks for this fun line stream and games night, too. Thank you, Peter. All right, let's do one more so Peter can get in on this. One for Peter, guys, okay? One for Peter. Achtag 2, there was a car ad. Achtag baby. Okay, which of the Marx Brothers was mute in all of their film appearances? Which of the Marx Brothers was mute in all of their film appearances? Groucho, Chico, or Harpo? Barry says, sounds like you too. Barry says Harpo. Texas Donkey says Harpo. I remember Groucho. I don't remember Chico and Harpo. All right, so everybody is saying Harpo. Do da dee da 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 do da dee da 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 da. You guys are all correct. It is Harpo, guys. Harpo. Very good. Very good. Harpo is correct. Harpo has the curly hair with the hat. Okay, who's Chico? I don't ever remember the guy's name being Chico. Groucho, Harpo. Barry says with the horn. Yes. Stat says watched as a kid. I watched it too as a kid. They were so silly. And PP says, I don't either. Yeah. Hey, Free Spirit, how are you? Good to see you. Groucho, Chico, and Harpo? I remember Groucho and Harpo, but I didn't even know what the other guy's name was. Free Spirit. Oh my goodness. Nicole. You know, normally I used to be able to recognize Nicole by her picture, but it's a different picture. Texas Donkey says he was on the Lucy show. Oh my goodness. I have to go back to the archives. How am I going to go back to the archives, guys? How am I going to do it? Five brothers, Groucho, Chico, Harpo, Zeppo, and really? You know, this is just calls for a bazoozle. This is calling for a bazoozle. That's all I can say. It's bazoozle time. Wild names. They are some wild names. There's a bazoozle. Angsty hippies. Free Spirit got it. There you go. Free Spirit. Just what Sue got it. Instead's got it. Ha ha ha. Yay. Oh, yay, 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 yay. There we go. One more. Let's see. I want to see who else gets it. Maybe somebody in here will get it. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice if somebody else here got it? Skeet's got it. Nice. Good. Okay, we got one more and then we're done. Richard Marx was the brother who sung. Really? Peter says, I gotta go. Nice, Chris. Thanks for the fun live stream, and I'll see you again. Thank you, Peter. See you again. Have a great night, buddy. Arizona Jack got it. Oh, he's gonna be happy. Fran got it. What's going on? I only did one. Why did two more pop up? Fran just got one. Texas Donkey says he's kidding. Barry Bear says not really. All right, that's enough of the bazoozles. I'm always trying to get my buddy Peter a bazoozle. Fran, thank you, Fran. Fran just sent 100 for 2 jewels. Thank you, Fran. I appreciate that. Fran, I guess they both just popped up. You're welcome. You're so welcome. All right, so here we go, guys. Here we go. Let's go to the next one. Skype was originally called Sky Peer-to-Peer. Is that true or false? Is that true or false, everyone? And PP saying, Fran, with the manifestation. Fran says, I was lurking. And look at, oh, that is so cool. Texas Donkey says, my friend married a guy, last name is Marks. Barry says, true. Skype was originally called Sky Peer-to-Peer. I wonder why, if that is true or false. Texas Donkey says, I don't know. I don't know. Fran says, hey, Mama Chris, Barry, and PP, and all. Hello, hello, hello to you and your son. Hope you guys are doing great over there in Arizona. So Rumpel says, true. Beautiful Arizona. Arizona has the most wonderful weather in the world, guys. It has such great weather over there in Arizona. Such a beautiful place to be. You really don't have to worry about bad weather there. Zarumpel says true. Texas Donkey says not in the summer. Summer's going to get pretty hot, but I don't mind dry heat, so it doesn't bother me. I've lived there, so I lived there a long, long time ago, and I loved every bit of it. And when I was leaving there, I was like, I hope I come back one day. I never did, though. All right. NPP says they have wicked monsoons in Arizona. Really? Fran says, haha, you get used to it, kissy cat. All right. So anyone who said true, you're correct. It is true. Skype was originally called Sky Peer-to-Peer. So that's what it was. And PP says when it rains, it's intense. Did I experience that? I can't remember. It was really that long ago. Fran says, at least Colorado has beautiful mountains as well. It does. Colorado is really beautiful. I love Colorado. Texas Donkey says, Fran, Houston is hot and humid. Ugh, hot and humid, guys. I grew up in the East Coast, and hot and humid was a nightmare. I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. Barry says, I've been intense before in it. Oh. And it didn't rain. I've been in some tents and it rained a lot, and it was pretty terrible. Okay, here we go. Who is the object of Quasimodo's unrequited love in The Hunchback of Notre Dame? Who is it? Does anybody know? NPP says, we got caught in an insane downpour on the west side of the Grand Canyon. Oh, that must have been crazy. Kage! Hey, got company, but came in to like, thank you. Thank you so much, Kage. Texas Donkey said, Florida, same humidity. Kage says, Esmeralda. Texas Donkey said, nope. Berry Berry says, Esmeralda. I'm going to let some other people put their answers in. So Rumpel says, I don't know. Look at the face. I love it. Skeets, Skeets. Thank you for the gifted membership, Nature. You're so welcome. You are so welcome. So glad you got it, buddy. Who was the object of Quasimodo's unrequited love in The Hunchback of Notre Dame? Yes, you can use all the emojis. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, sirree. Ski says, happy Wednesday, everybody. Yes, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Can you believe it's Wednesday already? I can't believe it. It's already Wednesday. My goodness. All right. So everybody who said Esmeralda, you're correct. It is Esmeralda, guys. It's Esmeralda. Good job. Really, really good. All right. Now let's go to the next one. And this is parents. We're on the parents one. Berry Berry says, happy Wednesday, Skeets. Zarumpel says, he shouldn't have loved himself. He should have loved himself. It's said self-love is important. It is. Skeet says, thank you, Barry. Hope you're well, my friend. I hope everybody's doing good and doing well. Okay, we're in the next one, everyone. The next one is called, in the field of medicine, what does MRI stand for? Does anybody know in the field of medicine what MRI stands for? Some of us have had a few of these MRIs, enough to last a lifetime. Anybody else? Zarumpel? Zarumpel put his answer in. Berry Berry said, I had an MRE before. I've had quite a few of those too myself. They're actually not that bad. Yes, Berry Berry. What CA says? I know. What NPP says. That word. That's correct. That is correct. NPP and Zarumpel are right. MRE is meals ready to eat. 2 points for me. Yes, meals ready to eat. Some people have had to eat them before. Some people chose to eat them before. Some people had to. I didn't have to. I chose to because I wanted to see what they tasted like. And I liked it. I did. I did like it. All right, let's go to the next one, guys. Let me find another one. Okay. Let's move over. We should move over to kids. Let's move over to kids. Nice spelling, NPP. I didn't even try. That's okay. I didn't even try to say it. Texas Doggy said, did you like the laxative gum? Laxative gum? And oh. What laxative gum? Did they give you a laxative gum with it? I don't do MRIs anymore. There was a time that I could do MRIs and I was okay until I had an experience in an MRI. Oh, man. and the MRI was so closed in, and they put this thing on top of me, and I said, I'm done. No more. Can't do it. It was too small. It was way too small, and they had to put this whole thing on top of me, and everything just was like, this isn't going to work for me, and couldn't do it again. Now I avoid them like the plague. Texas Donkey says, yeah, they used to add that in the Army. Yes, they do. Okay, let's go to this one. I think we all can relate. Okay, let's check out this one, guys. Here we go. Now we're on kids, guys. We're on the kids. How would you describe the weather in Siberia? Hot, cold, or mild? So Rumpel says, did anyone have the blood ink injected before MRI? It feels so cold. I did, but yours felt cold. Mine felt warm. How would you describe the weather in Siberia? Hot, cold, or mild? Zerumpel is saying cold. Zerumpel says freezing. Berry Berry says cold. Texas Donkey says yikes, no way. How would you describe the weather in Siberia? Hot, cold, or mild? Just waiting to see if anybody else puts an answer in. And PP says miserable. And I can't see if everybody has, let me see if I can try. If you haven't done the thumbs up and you wouldn't mind doing it, could you please do it so we can get there out on YouTube? Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. Gulgags in Siberia. All right. So for anybody who said cold, you're correct. It is cold. It is cold in Siberia. Brr, freezing cold. Cold, cold, cold in Siberia. All right, here's another one, everybody. What is the verb that means to post a message on Twitter? What is the verb, V-E-R-B, that means to post a message on Twitter? Yeah, that's got to be pretty terrible, Zerumpel. Zerumpel is saying tweet. Texas Donkey saying tweet. And PP says Twitter doesn't exist anymore. That's right, it's X. I used to be on Twitter, and then I just didn't go on it anymore. I just stopped going on it. Oh, and I just want to let everybody know that I did just play a scratch off. Just want to let you know I won $25 on a $10 ticket. Pretty nice, huh? NPP says Twitter doesn't exist anymore. No, it does not. What is the verb that means to post a message on Twitter? Anybody else want to give it a go, go, go? What do you know, no, no? So Ruppel says they should call it to ax as a verb. All right. So the answer is tweet. Very good. Tweet. You, NPP, you used to like that tweet sound it made? Twitter, I met a lot of nice people on Twitter. Some really, really, really nice people. Wonder how some of them are doing. way back in the day. I'm talking about like 5 years ago. It wasn't bad. It was cute, NPP. It really was. All right, guys, here's the next one. What important discovery was found in moldy old lab equipment? Cheese, penicillin, or dinosaur eggs? What important discovery was found in moldy old lab equipment? Cheese, penicillin, or dinosaur eggs? For real, dinosaur eggs? So Rumpel says penicillin. Texas Donkey says penicillin. NPP says PCN. Dinosaur eggs? I mean, for real? That they put dinosaur eggs? So silly. Yes, to everyone who said penicillin, you are correct. Penicillin. That is true. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right. Which of these is not a type of fossil fuel? Which of these is not a type of fossil fuel? So Rumpel says Alexander Fleming by accident after coming back from vacation. 1 point extra, please. Which of these is not a type of fossil fuel? Coal, nuclear power, or oil? Come on. These are kids questions. Which of these is not a type of fossil fuel? Coal, nuclear power, or oil? Zeruppel says nuclear. Anybody else? Going once, going twice, 3 times a lady. NPP says nuclear. Da, 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 da. Texas Donkey says nuclear. Foxy loves Emma. How are you, Foxy? Foxy, is that a picture of your new doggy? If it is, it's so cute. Anybody else want to give it a go, go, go? What do you know, no, no? It is not. It is not a picture of his new doggy. That's a cute doggy, though. That's a real cute doggy. Kissy Cat got the cute little kitty cat. How cute. You all have such cute little logos. I like the blue on NPPs. And Zerumpel, I like the colors in yours. Okay, here we go, guys. So the answer is nuclear power. The answer is nuclear power. Very good. Nuclear power. We have time for one more. That was Mickey, my cat. Aw. So cute. I love cats. I absolutely love cats. Did you just have the one cat or do you have more? Wouldn't mind having a cat one day. My favorite cat is oh my goodness. I forgot the name. Who remembers what my favorite cat is? Foxy loves Emma said, my profile picture is one of my dogs though. Oh, nice. Texas Donkey says, Mickey died at 21 years old. 3 more left. You have 3 more left. Okay, cool. I forgot what my favorite cat is. It's kind of like wild looking. The cat that I like, it's got a really wild face. Oh, I was lucky enough to hold one. All right, Foxy. Thank you for coming in. All right, here's the last one, guys. Badminton is an Olympic sport. True or false? Badminton is an Olympic sport. True or false? Is it true or is it false? Is badminton an Olympic sport? Texas Donkey says, thank you, Rumple. Yeah. Wild looking like domestic cat. It's a domestic cat, but it's, oh man, what kind of cat is it that I like? I've talked about it before on here. Trying to find it. Maine Coon. My favorite cat is a Maine Coon. I love Maine Coons. They're gorgeous. They're expensive though. So Rumple says, wild looking like domestic cat. Texas Donkey says true. So Rumple says true. Texas Donkey says kooky Bengal. Let's see what that is. Oh, that's a beautiful cat. Gorgeous. There's another cat that I like, the Maine Coon. And it's kind of, I like Siamese cats. Where's that other one that I like? It is it's tall. Tall and thin. It's kind of like a Savannah. I like the Savannah cats. Maine Coon and Savannah. Like them exotic. Yeah. Maine Coon, oh, they get real big. Yeah. I like those because they get so big. They get giant. They get really giant. I love that. And then you have them walking around the house and they're these big old cats like the size of your dog. Russian blues are beautiful cats. Russian blues are beautiful too. Zeruppel says, I like all cats except those Egyptian ones. What are they called? Sphinx? Oh, Sphinx. I like those. Or something. Hey, Ruth, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm looking at different cats right now. Images. I can't have a cat, though. Savannahs, Maine Coons, and Norwegian forest cats are top, tall, large, or long-bodied domestic cats. Love all those. I like them big. I like the cats that are big. Berry says, walk like an Egyptian. Ruth says, hi, NDR. Hi, Rumple. Ruth, hello, says Rumple. Very good, guys. Oh, so badminton, is it an Olympic sport? True or false? Texas Doggy says, hairless cats are alien looking. They are. They're very different looking, aren't they? Hey, Rev, how you doing? Good to see you. They're very different looking. You just want to put a coat on them and a pair of pants. They look like they're freezing. It's freezing in here. It's freezing. Berry says, hello, Ruth. Ruth says true. Berry says true. So Rumple says, Texas, yep, I agree. Creepy little things. Ruth says, hi, Rev. Rev says, hi, Ruth. Good to see everybody. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you coming in. So YouTube must just be putting me out now, right as I'm about to go off. And thank you, everybody, for the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. So our weather today is pretty nice. It's 48 degrees, partly sunny. I got out of the house. Khaleesi and I went for a very minor walk. Tristan and I are going to be going for a walk in a few. And to get him out and about. Tomorrow, because our snow and ice have melted, I was thinking of taking you guys somewhere and maybe just walking around like a shopping center. Walking around a store in a shopping center. Does that sound like something you guys might want to do? Texas Donkey says, we have a Himalayan named Shasta years ago. Oh, I like that. I like that name, Shasta. And PP says, have a great evening, everyone. You too, and I hope you feel better. Some good homemade chicken soup with tons of garlic. Ruth says, hi, Kissy Cat. Zerumpel says, oh, Himalayan and Ceylon, is that Ceylon? Are nice. Hey, Buddha, how are you? Hey, on the road here. I'm still going back home from E-System. Oh, well, be safe on the road, buddy. Ruth says, hi, Princess. Buddha says, awesome. Buddha says, cool. Rev says, hi, MPP. MPP says, hi, Ruth. Ruth says, hi, Buddha. MPP says, hi, Rev. Texas Donkey says, hey, Ruth. True Consciousness, hey, Nature, and everyone. Hello, hello. Rev is putting in all the emojis. Thank you, my friend. Hopefully we can get to make another emoji. True Consciousness says, thank you. You are so welcome. So anyone, Rev says, hey, true. Yes, the answer is true, guys. It's true. Badminton is an Olympic sport. Wiggle Butts is still here, says, hi, true. Ruth says, hi, true. Yes. Well, everyone's saying hi to true, but the answer is true. It is a true answer, guys. It is true. So I didn't know that badminton was an Olympic sport. Did you guys know that? Badminton is an Olympic sport? Wow. That's pretty cool. Wonder what the future's going to bring. I wonder if there's going to be an Olympic sport that has to do with how fast you can type, like use your fingers on your phone. Wigglebutt says, hey there, Ruth. One day that's going to be an Olympic sport. All right, so this is one of our new games. I did get Pictionary, so we're going to play Pictionary this weekend. Oh, yeah, we're going to play some Pictionary. I know everybody likes Pictionary, so we're going to do that. Zerumpel says it's very competitive and fast. Even table tennis. Table tennis I have seen, and that is really fast. Table tennis is crazy how fast it is. So tomorrow, probably going to go out and about, and around the same time, 2 o'clock. It's very competitive. And then we have Friday. So hopefully Friday we can do, maybe we can do that. Friday morning, do sunrise, because we've got better weather now. Do sunrise, and I think we should do Pictionary. That would be great. Rev says Bruce Lee could play table tennis against 2 ops. Bruce Lee was amazing, guys. I like listening to Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee says did say some pretty amazing things. He was quite a person, Bruce Lee. I like listening to some of the things that he used to say because I like the way he thought. All right, everybody. So I like this game. This is a good game. Yeah, this is good. The family edition of trivia, guys. You can play this with your kids. You can play it with other adults. It doesn't matter. Texas Donkey says, wow. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for sharing this game time with us. We love game time. It's so much fun. Hope you guys are enjoying some of our short videos of this week of the dogs doing their podcast. So tomorrow we will be doing an outing. We will be doing an outing tomorrow. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging in there with us. We appreciate you. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and we will see you out there in YouTube land. All right, everyone. Ciao for now. Take care, everybody. And thank you.